This is the Murli of 9th of May 1984. So the essence of the Murli, or the title of the Murli, is constantly sing songs of flying at a steady and constant speed and of making others fly. Yeah, Baba wants us to fly and he wants us to inspire others and also enable them, empower them to fly as well. And for that, if we sing songs of that, there will be enthusiasm and we'll be able to do it. So, together from Amrit Vela, the Father, the Comforter of Hearts, was listening to the songs in the hearts of the loving children. All of you sing songs, and the lyrics of the songs you all sing are the same. So, one is an actual song, Many of us don't know how to sing, but in our hearts we can sing, you see. So, all of you sing songs, and the lyrics of the songs you all sing are the same. They are Baba. All of you sing songs of Baba. Do all of you know these songs? Do you continually sing these songs day and night? Although the lyrics are the same, the beat and the tune are different for each one of you. Although the lyrics are the same, the beat and tune are different for each one of you. Some have tunes of happiness. Some have tunes of flying and of making others fly, which is all good. These two types of singing is great. Then, we are in happiness. So, what happens when you are in happiness? You will automatically give happiness to others. When you are singing songs of flying, the tune is of flying, then you will help others fly as well. Some children's melody is of practicing. Sometimes they are very good, and sometimes because of not having fully practiced, their singing fluctuates. Yeah, so for those of you who just joined, what Baba is saying is that Baba was listening to the songs of the children who, would sing right from morning Amrit Vela. So, what songs would children sing? Not necessarily those actual songs, but saying Baba, Baba, Baba in their hearts. That's like a song. And so, what kind of songs? One is the song of happiness, other is the tune of flying and making others fly. And then some children's songs or the tunes were of practicing. Sometimes they're very good, and sometimes because of not having fully practiced, their singing fluctuates. So you understand what Baba is trying to say, that, oh, I'm trying, but some days I'm not able to get to that stage. Or what really Baba wants us to be able to do is to maintain 100% stability in what we are doing. Our lives should become totally stable. And so some days our lives are stable, some days our lives are not stable. We want to be stable, but something or the other comes up, and then we become unstable. One beat is mixed with another. For instance, when you listen to the tunes of songs here, some songs are such that they make you dance. Some make you become absorbed in love. Some are all about calling out, and some of attainment. So, what do you think? Which would be a better song to sing? One that is about calling out to God, to Baba, Baba, come, help me, of verses, a song or a tune of attainment. I have received everything. Pana tha so palia. Yeah. Yes, Anvisha. So Bab Dada also hears songs recorded with different beats and tunes. Some sing songs constantly and automatically, like scientific inventions nowadays. Some sing songs constantly and automatically, like scientific inventions nowadays. Their switch of awareness is constantly on, and this is why Their songs are played automatically and constantly. There are some devices that we brought from Madhuban for many Baba's children, and we distributed it many years back. And I think some of you have that, where you just plug it into the socket, the power outlet, and it says Om, Om. So here too, if our switch of awareness is on, then automatically we'll be singing those songs of attainment. Oh Baba, I have received everything. Sab kuch mil gaya, pana tha so pa liya. Some people's music is only played when the switch is put on. Yeah. One is if the switch is constantly on, then there'll be constant song that would be played. The other is when the switch gets turned off every so often, then there won't be any music played. So all of you sing from the heart, but some people's music is constantly stable and automatic, whereas other people's is only played when they play it. Yes, so which would be better? A song that is constantly played or one that is played every so often? No? So, however, the tunes are different, sometimes of one type and sometimes of another. Yeah. Sometimes even the tunes become of complaining. Why, Baba, this is happening? Why is that happening? Sometimes there is frustration. Sometimes there is hesitation. Sometimes there are fears of many different types. Yeah, and sometimes there are good songs too. So Bab Dada is pleased to hear the children's songs of how only one Baba is merged in the hearts of all of you. So you see, it's good that you have songs of one Baba alone. So right now there could be many different songs in your heart, songs of other people, of your possessions, of the ego that you have created for yourself. So that is one. So then Baba is not there all the time. That is for the newcomers. I know it takes time to get to that stage where you have just Baba in your hearts. But even when there is just Baba in our hearts, is it for us being totally absorbed in Baba's love? Or are there situations where we are complaining to Baba? Our songs should always be songs of love rather than songs of complaining and other negative aspects that come up. Yeah, so we might say, oh, I'm singing songs of Baba alone. No one else is in my mind. But even then, are those real songs of love or again some negative songs of complaining? So Baba is saying, Babdada is pleased to hear the children's songs of how only one Baba is merged in the hearts of all of you. You have love for the one. You do everything for the one Father. All your relationships are forged with the one Father. You have only the one Father in your awareness and in your vision, and only the one name on your lips. You have only the one Father in your awareness and in your vision, and only the one name on your lips. You have made the Father your world. You are accumulating an income of multi-millions at every step by having remembrance of the Father. Yeah, so the moment we stop remembering Baba, and that will happen as soon as we start remembering other things. So, in other things, it could be our body, it could be our relatives, it could be our possessions, it could be our position, our status, it could be even our thoughts and feelings and emotions that we create because of interactions with others. It could be our biases, our prejudices. Yeah. It could be all these wrong notions that we create within ourselves, our illusions, delusions, hallucinations. Yeah. So all of those things disconnect us from Baba. And every moment that passes where we are not remembering Baba, then we would lose out on the multi-millions that we would get when we are in Baba's remembrance. So you see, think of it for a moment, and how many seconds are there in one day? You can calculate 60 times 60 is 3600, right? So there are 3600 seconds in an hour. And if you multiply that by 24, how much is that if you do the math? So in 24 hours, and you see, you could take out, let's say, 8 hours for taking rest and maybe getting ready, shower, whatever else. So still we have 18 hours. So if you multiply 3600 with 18, so that many seconds we should be in Baba's remembrance. Now, think of it, if we are earning multi-millions at every step in every second, then how rich we would become at the end of the day. Yeah. And if we are not remembering Baba, let's say for 1 whole hour we've forgotten Baba, then that 1 hour worth of income we would lose out on. 64800, right? So 64,800 seconds in 18 hours. So I see that many seconds we can use in remembering Papa, or we could let those seconds go to waste. So a star of elevated fortune is sparkling on the forehead of each of you children. So let's take a moment to see that spark, that star of elevated fortune on our foreheads. Yeah, many of the sisters wear those bindi, right? And in those days, back in India, there was a fashion to wear these very fancy bindis, and they would have those sparkling, things on it so that they would glitter. So now, for a moment, feel that there is the true bindi on your forehead, that is of the soul that you are, of your elevated fortune. Yeah, that's what this bindi, the star, is reminding each one of us of, our elevated fortune. So, such elevated special souls have also become examples in front of the world. You have received a crown and a tilak and are seated on the heart throne. You are such elevated souls that the Father himself sings songs of your virtues. So you have received a crown and a tilak and are seated on the heart throne. You are such elevated souls that the Father himself sings songs of your virtues. Do you understand what crown we have received? When things are to be done, we love to hand over the responsibility to others. Rather than doing that, Baba is saying, take responsibility for your actions. That it is the crown of responsibility that we have to put on our heads. That is, if things have to be changed, then I can't wait for the other to change, then I bring about the change in my life. I have to take the reins of my life in my hands. I have to bring about the change that I want in my life. Yeah, so that is the crown of responsibility. And again, the tilak is the tilak of awareness of who we are. And so in the golden age, we will get two different crowns, two very beautiful crowns. One would be the actual crown made of gold and studded with diamonds and jewels. And the second would be the crown of purity. So we would have a halo around our heads. So you see, so crown of responsibility today will help us get the crown of sovereignty, the real crown made of gold and diamonds, and the crown of purity. So you're such elevated souls that the Father himself sings songs of your virtues. The Father turns the beads of the rosary of the names of each one of your children. All of you have attained such elevated fortune, have you not? So then, while singing songs, why does the tune keep changing? See, these murlis pump up our self respect, our self esteem. You see, all the problems that are happening in the world is because of lack of the self-esteem, self-worth. When we develop enough self-worth, then we won't have to prove our worth to anyone. In this proving, we end up in conflicts. Yes, so Baba is reminding us that we have received such an elevated fortune, then why does our tune of the songs that we are singing, why does that tune keep changing? Why does the tune keep changing? Baba is repeating himself. And why do you sometimes have songs of attainment, sometimes of effort? Yeah, effort we all have to do. But what Baba means by this effort is laboring, which Baba doesn't want us to go through. That's laboring, struggling, stumbling, confused. No, Baba doesn't want us to be that. Sometimes of calling out, Baba, I'm too tired. Baba, I can't take it. Baba, help me. And sometimes of being disheartened. There are certain songs which will be melancholic, right? They would say, oh, my love went away and now I'm all alone. Sometimes you'll have these kind of songs. Sometimes there's songs of, oh, yeah, my love is right next to me and so on and so forth. So here too, Baba, is he with me all the time? And so I'm singing songs of attainment. My Baba is with me. Or I'm singing songs of disheartenment. Baba, where are you? Come to me. No, nothing like that. So, why does the tune keep changing? And why do you sometimes have songs of attainment, sometimes of effort, sometimes of calling out, and sometimes of being disheartened? Why do you sing songs of constantly flying and making others fly? Yeah, so Baba wants us to have that kind of song being played constantly in our hearts. Sing such songs that, now there are few points here. First, those who hear the songs also receive wings and begin to fly. There are certain songs which have a lovely rhythm to them, and maybe, of course, a lovely tune to them too. And so, as soon as you listen to those songs, you want to dance. And you can't stop dancing. So, similarly, here, our songs should be such that whoever hears these songs also begin to grow their wings and then they begin to fly. The second is crippled ones receive legs and begin to dance. It is not about physical disabilities, it's about mental, spiritual disability that we end up having. Many people have that. Oh, I can't do it. I'm too busy. I have so many responsibilities. How do I make this happen? But our energy should be such that it inspires others to also connect with God. So, third is they get up from their beds of sorrow and begin to sing songs of happiness. Human beings sitting on the pyres of worries can get up from there. So, in that fire, everybody is destroying themselves. It is self destructive behavior that everybody is engaging in. So, instead of that pyre of worry, they can get up from that and then begin to dance in happiness. There's this saying, Chinta, Chita ke saman hai. Have you heard that? That chinta, that is worry, is like a fire, a pyre, where people are getting burned and killing themselves. Then the next, disheartened souls begin to sing songs of zeal and enthusiasm. Yeah, so sad souls, crippled souls, souls filled with worry, disheartenment, all of those souls begin to dance and sing. They begin to fly. And then beggar souls. Beggar souls become full of all treasures and begin to sing the song, I have found everything. I have attained everything. I have found everything. I have attained everything. Yes, do you sing those songs as well? Yes. पाना था सो पा लिया कि अभी भी और कुछ रह गया है पाने को? Yeah, you feel you have attained everything. I know it is difficult for the new souls to wrap your heads around this right now, but for the old ones, you think you have attained everything? Is there anything else you want? No, right? Panatha, so palia. Sometimes we misplace it. Let's say somebody has given you a nice gift, which is very helpful in whatever you need to do. Maybe a set of pens, nice colorful pens for you to do your homework. But what if you forget it somewhere else? Maybe you misplaced it and now you're searching for it. So Baba has given everything to us, but we just have to learn the art of keeping all of it safely and then using it when needed for ourselves and for others. So, Baba, I think the world needs to have this type of service where they achieve success. People are wandering around so much in order to attain temporary success. They're spending so much of their time and money on that. Yeah, so many businesses fail. So they invest so much of money, so much of effort, so much of time. They sacrifice even the needs of their families and they invest in those things. But so many times nothing works out. Here, you invest in Baba, you invest in whatever Baba is telling you. There is a guaranteed return of what you put in. Yeah, there's no guarantee in the world out there. So here Baba is telling us you buy stocks, you buy shares of Baba, then you will never have to worry about your investments. So Baba is saying at present all souls are tired of making effort. They want success. They become content with temporary attainments. But when they become content with one thing, many other situations arise. You see, that's what happens when people are content with temporary attainments. Oh, I got a car, but then you have to maintain the car. You have to have some parking space for the car. If you go to these big metropolitan cities, you have to pay so much for parking your car. Yeah, so, or anything else. If you have a house, then you have to maintain that. You have to pay the monthly installments, the mortgage. So much has to be taken care of. So a crippled person begins to walk, but he also has many other desires. This should happen, that should happen. So, according to the present time, the method of service for you children has to be of becoming embodiments of success. Show imperishable alokik and spiritual success and spiritual miracles. Show imperishable alokik and spiritual success and spiritual miracles. Is this miracle a small thing? 99% of the souls of the world are lying dead on the pyres of worry. Chinta ki chita par. They are dying there. Revive such dead ones. Yeah, so we have to become phoenixes and we have to make others into phoenixes too, so that, although they are dead, we have to revive them. So, dead, not necessarily physically. You see, Baba is not talking about that physical death, but they have become so disheartened. They have lost all hope of success. So, revive such dead ones, give them a new life. They have one leg of attainment, but as for the innumerable other attainments, they are handicapped. Give such souls the legs of all imperishable attainments. Yeah, think of someone who is crippled, doesn't have money for artificial limbs, prosthetic limbs. And let's say somebody helps that soul to get those custom prosthetic limbs made for themselves, for that person will be so happy. Now that person will be able to walk or able to use his or her limbs, whatever, hands or legs. So they have one leg of attainment, but as for the innumerable other attainments, they are handicapped. Give such souls the legs of all imperishable attainments. Make blind ones trinatory. If someone has advanced cataracts and can't see through the eyes, back in India when we were doing residency, sometimes we would go into the villages to help the poor villages there. And some of them didn't have the money to come to the cities, and they would have advanced cataracts, and because of which they wouldn't be able to see. Now, they didn't know that it is actually cataract which can be fixed. They thought they're going blind. And so we would operate on them, we would put new lenses in their eyes, and suddenly, after they wake up from that little bit of anesthesia and the bandages are opened, wow, I can see everything. So then they become so happy. So make blind ones trinetri. So people have physical eyes, you know. Everybody has physical eyes nowadays, pretty much. I mean, I'm not talking about the actual blind people, but still, despite them having eyes, they are blinded from the truth. They still are unaware of what is the true reality. So we have to help them see everything clearly. And that's why we have to give them the third eye. Give them the third eye. Give them sight. Yeah, here Baba is talking about insight to be able to see within themselves. You see, we have to look inside ourselves so that we can fix our own mistakes. Normally, what happens? Most people on this planet would blame others for their misfortunes. The problem is here, problem is there. But actually, the problem is not outside, the problem is within ourselves. So when we give them the third eye, which we have gotten first and which we have to use to be able to see our own mistakes, we inspire them to also see their own mistakes. So make blind ones trinetri, give them the third eye, give them sight with which they can see the elevated present and future of their lives. See, past is whatever it was, is gone. Past can't come back. We can't go into the past. We go in our minds to the past, but we can never actually go into the past. And even when we experience the past, we are experiencing the past in the present moment. So, what is Baba wanting us to do? Is to forget about the past, really, and to see how elevated this present moment is and how elevated we can actually make our future into. Huh? So you see, in this moment, if let's say somebody has said something, done something to us, we can ruminate about that. We can brood over that all day, all night, and make our lives hell. But on the other hand, we can choose to say, hey, I'm not going to think about that anymore. Past is past. Today is a brand new day, and I'm going to work on myself. So then that soul will be able to make his or her life better, yeah, and also will be able to make his or her life in the future amazing as well. So give such souls the legs of all imperishable attainments, make blind ones trinetri, give them the third eye, give them sight with which they can see the elevated present and future of their lives. Are you not able to grant this success? Can you not show the spiritual miracle? Can you not make a beggar into an emperor? You see, that's why we say, na, even in the world, that teach a person to fish rather than give the person a fish, or teach the person to bake his bread rather than give him the bread. So people in the world are begging for happiness, for peace, for love, for a sense of fulfillment, a sense of belonging. But if we can connect them to God, we can teach them how to connect to God, then they can take whatever they need 24/7 from God Himself. So have you not attained from the Father the power to do the service that accomplishes such success? Now become embodiments of success by being embodiments who use the right method. Become instruments for this service by becoming embodiments of success. A method means the way that you make effort at the time for making effort. Now become revealed in front of the world by becoming an embodiment of success and by serving as a result of being an embodiment of using the right method. Again, it is vidhi se siddhi. So, for some of you who don't know these words, vidhi is the correct method and siddhi is success. So if the method is right, if the processes are right, then the final outcome will always be right. Now let the sound be heard loud and clear throughout the world that only this one godly university can give imperishable success. They are not those who just demonstrate it, but they also make everyone into an embodiment of success. There is just this one place. You yourselves have become embodiments of success, have you not? See, only when we are embodiments of success can we inspire or guide others to become embodiments of success. Think of a guide who doesn't know his way out of the jungle. How will he guide others to be free from, that wilderness, to come back onto the right path and go back home? Yeah, he won't be able to help anyone. He'll be confused himself, he'll be lost himself. So, are we confused or are we in the know? Yeah. Do we have the clear understanding? Do we have the path laid out in front of us as clear as crystal? Yes. Only then can we guide others now. So, first of all, glorify this name in Bombay. Become free from repeatedly making effort. Yeah, this constant struggle has to go away. Today I made effort on that subject. This is effort with laboring. Yeah, effortless effort. Wu Wei. Yeah, we've talked about that many, many times. So I'm not going to go into it. Yeah, so instead of struggling, we need to learn the art of easy effort making. So today I made effort on this subject. Today I made effort on that subject. This is effort with laboring. Now become free from this labor and become a powerful embodiment of attainment. This is what it means to become an embodiment of success. Now become Jnani and Yogi souls who are embodiments of success and who make others into this as well. Will you continue to make effort till the end and attain the reward in the future? No, it's not that we'll wait for tomorrow. Why? Because tomorrow never comes. So you definitely have to eat the instant fruit of effort now. Yeah, if we wait for later, for tomorrow, then it'll be too late. Then later eat the future fruit. So today eat today's fruit, tomorrow eat tomorrow's fruit. Don't lose the instant fruit in anticipation of the fruit of the future. And so, what is the instant fruit? When you bring about transformation in yourself today, there is instant happiness that you experience, that instant gratification of making good effort, you see. So, people in the world are running after instant gratification, right? But this is the highest level of instant gratification, that you do good and right away you feel good. That's that. The instant ripple effect of your doing good. And of course, if you do good, then eventually all the good that you're doing will not go wasted. It'll come back to you in many good ways. So that will be the future ripple effect. So at this time, experience and enjoy the immediate result of your good actions, immediate fruit, you enjoy that, and then later you can enjoy the future fruit. Don't lose the instant fruit in anticipation of the fruit of the future. Don't even be simply misguided and think that you'll receive the fruit at the end. Do one fold and receive multi-million fold. This refers to the present time and not to some other time. Do those of you from Bombay understand what you have to become? You will not become those who just give hope, will you? The Baba who gives success is well known. They say this one is Baba who brings success. He is a successful yogi. Those from Bombay are also those who are easy, successful yogis. That is, you have attained all success. Acha. Yeah. So easy yogis who have attained all successes. Yeah. Who are always victorious. That's our title. You know, the ones who have the tilak, who have the stars of success, of fortune sparkling on our foreheads, and who have the crown of self responsibility on their heads, who always sing the songs of whatever we wanted to attain, we have attained. Those happy songs which allow us to sing more and dance, but also to fly. But not only for us to sing, dance, and fly, but also we inspire others to sing, dance, and fly as well. So now let's listen to the salutations. So at the end of the Murli, there are always salutations. And the special thing about Avyakt Murli salutations are that Baba would, in a way, summarize the entire Murli and give us the gist of all that he has shared. Yeah, so let's listen to it. It's very lovely that how Baba does it. So to those who constantly sing songs of flying, to those who constantly sing songs of flying automatically and steadily, to those who become embodiments of success and enable others to attain imperishable spiritual success, to the miraculous souls who show spiritual miracles. There was one soul who had asked me, Shwetang Bhai, I want a miracle in my life now. I'm tired, I'm disheartened. And so I told that soul that you yourself are one of a kind miracle of the universe. That soul really felt very good that you are one of a kind miracle of the universe yourself. You don't really need miracles in your life. Yeah, why? Because you are a miracle yourself. So whatever you touch is going to turn into a miracle. Yes. And then your miracles are going to inspire others to bring about miracles in their lives too. You have to become a miracle yourself. You are a miracle. You see, the interesting thing is that we don't have to become anything. Yeah, that's why we are laboring so much. You don't really have to become a miracle. You just have to remember that you're already a miracle. So it is a journey of remembering, of realizing who you are. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't even have to step out of your homes. You don't have to get up from your couches. Just that realization that you yourself are one of a kind miracle of the universe. To such easy yogi souls who are embodiments of total success and who give others the experience of success of all attainments, to the children who are embodiments of success, easy yogis and embodiments of knowledge, Bab Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Om Shanti. That's what Baba says. Why the laboring then? The laboring is when we think that we have to get somewhere, we have to become something. No. And that's why Baba says this journey is of a second, this transformation is of a moment, that fraction of a second when it just clicks, when the light turns on. Who am I? What am I doing? What do I have to do? Yeah. Then you realize that you really have to do nothing. You just have to remember who you are. That's okay. In a way, it's not just waiting for tomorrow. We procrastinate. Rather than that, experience the joy of life now. That this will happen, then I'll be happy. If I,
Yeah.
you see, so like when my children grow up, then I'll be happy. When my children get married, then I'll be happy. When they have grandchildren, then I'll be happy. Yeah, when this happens, then I'll be happy. No. And so happiness becomes extremely elusive. We're happy now. That's the state of affairs for the people in the world, but even for us, Baba's children. Yeah, when I'm able to do this kind of service, then I'll be happy. When this person says something nice to me, this senior does this to me, then I'll be happy. You know, maybe when I meet dadis, when dadis are gone, when in those days, this was a thought in many people's hearts that if I meet dadi and dadi puts her hand on my head, then I'll be happy. No, so I have to be happy now. Okay. Let's say, for example, you encounter a situation which is very negative, and in that you're able to maintain your stability, let's say. So, you see, you did good in the moment where there was profound amount of negativity. So eventually you're going to get that return, yeah, the returns of that good action that you did sometime in the future. But even in this moment, even as you're doing good, there's a sense of fulfillment that comes. And what is that sense of fulfillment? That I followed Baba's orders. Baba wants us to be nice and kind and loving and respectful and compassionate and merciful, all of these lovely things, empathetic towards people, all these amazing things. So I followed through with what Baba wants us to do, what wants me to do and be. And so just that thought brings so much of happiness. And this is what Baba calls as instant fruit, pratyaksh phal. Let's say somebody comes to the center with a lot of stress, yeah, very upset with maybe his or her family member, and you make some nice tea for them. You sit and share Baba's knowledge. You meditate with them for 30 minutes, and they'll feel very good. So when you are done with that, then you feel that inner sense of happiness, that fulfillment, that contentment. That's instant food. ठीक है.
Okay, Om Shanti. So, what I will do, I was thinking to go over a few qualities of Mama because Mama was an embodiment of many, many qualities. So, every day we were picking up one quality and one power from Mama, and every day we would think about it and we would try to become an embodiment of those qualities and those powers in day to day life, every day. So, I will see which one comes up. I will share some of the qualities of Mama. So this is a good one. All of them are good, but I whatever came up, I'll speak that. So निर्दोष भावना के गुण से शीतलता की शक्ति से संपन्न. So निर्दोष भावना means innocent. Mama was, she had the feeling of, she would never blame anyone. She would always be filled with cool energy. When you start to blame someone, what happens? What type of energy do we radiate? The energy of anger, right? But Mama was very cool, very cool. And I was actually listening to one of the seniors, and he was sharing how was Mama because he had experienced Mama's teachings. So he was sharing that, in the beginning, because there was a lot of opposition that happened, in the beginning. So one person came with a lot of anger, and he was looking for mama. Where is your mama? Who is the head of our organization? I want to meet your mama. And sisters over there, they said that no, you cannot meet mama. Mama is doing something, or mama is in meditation, or they did not want that person to meet mama because they saw that that person was very angry. So but somehow, he was able to enter that building, and mama was, I think, on the third floor. So he looked for her, and he reached there, the top third floor building, and he entered her room, and mama was sitting on a chair. So when mama saw that person, mama knew that his intention was not right, but mama was very cool, and she actually got up and she said, please sit. See, if someone enters our room without telling us and with lot of anger, what will we do? And what did mama do? She got up, she gave respect to him, and she said, please sit, please sit. And then when he saw mama, then he was like, she is like a goddess of coolness. She saw a deity in her, and he was melted completely. And mama gave her some sweet also, that, please take this sweet. So what I mean to say is that mama would never give that kind of energy back. The energy that someone is giving, the negative energy, she would always be very cool. She would never blame anyone, that you came with so much of energy of anger, so bad energy of anger, so I'm going to give you the same energy. No, mama was not like that. She was always cool. And then, he left, and then he was completely transformed. Because he had no clues who mama was. But mama's energy, mama's, vibrations were so powerful that he was completely transformed. And he went outside and he said, Brahma Kumaris are good, Brahma Kumaris are good. So this was the transformation. Whoever would come close to mama, they would be completely transformed. So many people came to mama and they were transformed. So mama would never blame anyone. So mama had the power of that coolness. And whoever would come close to her, they would feel that kind of cool energy. So similarly, we should also be like mama. Someone comes to us with that energy, we should also be cool. Right? Next is the quality of cleanliness and the power of success. So mama was very clean from inside. She was very transparent. It was not like something was inside her and something else was coming out through her mouth. She was not like that. She was the same inside and outside. She had pure feelings for everyone, no matter who was coming in front of her. So she was very, very pure from inside and outside. That's why she was successful. Next is accurate. She was very accurate. Whatever Baba would say, that is why she was the number one student. She would do everything accurately. And that's why. And so right from the morning till evening, her thoughts, her words, and her actions, they were according to Baba's directions. So similarly, if we also follow Baba's directions, we can also become like her. Right? So how obedient are we? We have to check ourselves. Next is Dhairyata ka gun, the quality of patience. She was very patient. Because so many souls, different variety of souls would come to her complaining about this person is doing that, that person is doing that. But she would always listen with patience. And then Then after that, she would give the answer in essence. She would not expand on anything, but she would say very few words, and the souls will be contented. So whoever would come, because she kept that kind of energy of patience, so she was able to listen. What happens? We are not able to listen to others. Before listening, we start to give our opinion. Right? So it's important for us to just understand what the person is going through, and then respond. So Mama was like that. So there were so many qualities of Mama. Durdarshita means she was far sighted. She would know exactly what's going to happen because her intellect was very clean and pure. And that is why, because her intellect was clean, she was able to catch the message. So she knew exactly what to do. And that is why she was able to get success in whatever task she would do, because she knew this is what I need to do. Her intellect was not clouded. In today's world, everyone's intellect is so much clouded, right? People are not able to know what to do, what not to do. So, these were some of the qualities of Mama. And yes, this is the last one. निरअहंकारिता के गुण द्वारा नम्रता की शक्ति से संपन्न. She was egoless, very humble. She would always say that the task, whatever is happening, it's Baba's task. I am just an instrument. She would never say, I said this. Because whenever we say I, then there is this big ego. She would always say, Baba is telling us to do like this. So she had a lot of respect for Baba's teachings, and her words were never filled with any kind of bossiness. रोब के शब्द नहीं. So that is how she was able to grasp Baba's knowledge, Baba's teachings, and she was an embodiment of humility. Okay.